that they'll have no judgment. But ladies and gentlemen, the fact of the business is this, that the acceptance of Yeshua as the Messiah and asking Him for forgiveness of sins will bring about a change in every one of us. Now, there are some of us that have been serving the Creator for 20, 30 years. Some of us for a year, some of us for 2 years. Now, those that are the little children, they get a spanking. When they repent, they come back and they keep moving on. But where much is given, much is required. And those of us that decide to just think beyond a shadow of a doubt that He neither sees evil or good and won't judge nothing, serving Him 20 years, you get into a lull, you get into a state of religion rather than a state of servanthood. But ladies and gentlemen, chapter 3 of Malachi, behold, I will send my messenger. He shall prepare the way before me. And the one whom you seek shall suddenly come to His temple, even the messenger of the covenant, whom you delight in. Behold, he shall come, saith Yahweh Elohim. But the question I have, and the Word has, is this: who shall be able to abide in the day of His coming? Who will be able to stand when He appeareth? For He is like a refiner's fire and like a fuller's soap. And He shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver, purify the sons of Levi, and purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer unto Yahweh an offering of righteousness. Not a bull, not a goat, not a heifer, but an offering of righteousness. You see? The thing about it is, who is going to be able to abide in the day of His coming? Who's going to be able to stand? Because He's like a refiner's fire and a fuller's soap. Ladies and gentlemen, how many times can we read over and over and over and over and over where He says, put ye on the Messiah and make no provision for the flesh? How many times over and over can we read, know and understand that His Word is truth, a lamp unto our feet, light unto our path? How many times do we have to read over and over again to know and understand that they overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony, and love not their lives even unto the death? As many times as it takes to remind you of what He says that we are supposed to be about. But He's going to, listen, the offering of Judah and Jerusalem will be pleasant unto Yahweh as in the days of old, as in former years. And I will come near to you to judgment, and I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers, against the adulterers, against the false swearers, against those that oppress the hireling of his wages, the widow, the fatherless, that turn aside the stranger from the right, and fear not me, saith Yahweh. See, when He comes near to judgment, it says He's going to be swift. He's going to be swift, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to be this pat you on the butt and pat me on the butt like He does when we mess up. It's going to be swift. It's going to be judgment. There'll be no ability to get right in that day. You have to put your clothes on. Listen to me. You have to put your clothes on before you go outside, lest you be found naked. You see. And the thing about it, nobody wants to be found as a sorcerer. Nobody wants to be found as an adulterer. Nobody wants to be found as a false swearer or false liar, false witness. Nobody wants to be, listen to me, these people, listen to me for a minute. These people running around preaching this watered down, no power gospel and nullifying the Word because they want their big mega churches, because they want their Cadillacs, because they believe somehow or another, because they got a big money bank account, they believe somehow or another that Yahweh's blessing them. That does not signify blessing. No, it don't. They think that somehow or another, because they can make up anything they want to and twist the word, that they're going to be okay. But in that day, he says he will be swift, excuse me, against the liars. He's going to be swift against it. See, there can't be, there cannot be this making up. There can't be making up the Messiah into who we want him to be. There can't be making up Yahweh into who we want him to be. Forget the technology. You can't change him with technology. He is the same yesterday, today, and forever. You cannot change him with technology. I'm not saying don't use it, but don't try to change him with it. See, Jeremiah said, seek ye the ancient paths and walk in them, you'll find rest for your souls. You see, listen to me. Not only will he deal with the liars and deal with those oppressing people from their wages, not only is he going to deal with those that have messed with the fatherless and the widow, not only is he going to deal with them that turn aside the stranger from his right, he's going to deal with them that don't fear him. He is going to deal with the people that do not fear him. And if we love him and we fear him, we're going to strive to keep his commandments. I'm telling you, can nobody on this face of this earth argue with that if they believe the word. If we love him, then we're going to strive and fight our way in to keep his commandments. You see, verse 6 says, for I am Yahweh, I do not change. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob or Israel, you are not consumed. You see, that's the thing about the promises of the Creator, is there's always a remnant of people that are not consumed and destroyed. There's always but it hinges on those that fear him. It hinges on those that delight themselves in him. It hinges on those that will not allow, listen to me, that will not allow a spirit of confusion, a spirit of tradition, a familiar spirit to attach themselves to them and remain upon them. Sure, those type of spirits will come to attack us, but guess what? Yeshua says, my sheep know my voice and they will not follow a stranger. Simply put, let me tell you what matters this day for you and I both. What matters is his lamp is a word that we better all start lighting, lest you want to stumble and fall in darkness. What matters is that, listen, exalt and lift up no man or no woman. Exalt and lift up no type of activity, but exalt and lift up Yeshua, because he is highly exalted. And Yahweh has given him a name above every name, that every knee is going to bow and every tongue is going to confess that he is the King of Kings. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. Traditions of men mean nothing in the eyes of the Creator. If they did, everybody would be saved and sanctified and filled with the Holy Spirit. Because, listen to me, anywhere you look and everywhere you go, you can find some kind of stinking materialistic, man-made traditions that they are trying to push as being the Word. You don't need to go far to find it. But when you find it, you'll find that they have gone away from the words of the Creator. They've gone away from the words of the Messiah. And they have said, by their traditions, that everyone that does evil is good in the sight of the Creator. Or explain to me, why would they do these traditions and claim it as being the Creator? Because in their minds, They think that their traditions and their materialistic garbage is somehow or another accepted and it is part of the Word, when in fact it's not. You see, the Creator don't take the back seat to nobody. The Creator's long-suffering and willing that none should perish. I'm an example of that. I can testify to that. But I got to move on to verse 7. Even from the days of your fathers you are gone away from mine ordinances, and have not kept them. Return unto me, and I'll return unto you, saith Yahweh our Elohim. Aha. Even from the days of the forefathers, gone away from the ordinances of Him, very next thing He says, return unto me. Listen to me. He is saying that this day, to him that has ears, let him hear what the Spirit is saying unto the body of Israel in this day. He is saying, return unto me, and I'll return unto you. But then the question's asked by most people, what do you mean return? What do you mean return? We're already here. Ask them. Well, I ain't going to put you in that position. I was going to tell you to go visit your church tomorrow and ask them if they're right with the Creator, and if they're right there with Him and He's in the house with them. Not trying to get rappy here, but they think He's up in the house. Yeah, okay. But see, the thing about it is, even the people in that day when Malachi was speaking to them, they thought, what do you mean return? Verse 8, but questions being asked, will a man rob God? Will a man rob Yahweh? Will a man rob Elohim? Will a man rob Yeshua? Yet, you have robbed me. And then the next thing is they question again, how we robbed you? How we robbed you? We've not robbed you. And it goes on, it says, in tithes and offerings. Verse 9, you are cursed with a curse, for you robbed me, even the whole nation. See, let me run something by you, ladies and gentlemen. And in the next message, you'll understand that there's a worldwide curse going on of wickedness in this coming up message. But listen to me right now. You see, the thing about it is this. I would not lie to you. You need to study to show yourself approved. The statement I'm fixing to make to you, the things I'm fixing to say to you are 100% Bible. They are not made up by me. They are not to exalt me. They are to exalt the King of Kings and let Him have His proper place when He's being preached about. When you wake up in the morning, He better be there. When you go about your daily activities, He better be there. When you stop and eat your lunch, He better be there. When you get home in the afternoon and you sit down and put your feet under the table, He better be there. When you get ready to sit down in that living room and do devotion every night, like I know you probably do, He better be the center of it. Oh, He better be the center of it. Matter of fact, He better be the leader of it. When you go wash your nasty tail, He's going to be there with you. When you get butt naked as a jaybird or a skint goat, He's going to be there. He's going to see everything you say and do, and He's going to know the thoughts of you before you even think them. And when you lay down on your bed at night, He's going to be there with you. And when you shut your eyes and you fall asleep, He's going to be there with you. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no escaping Him. There is no running from Him. There's no hiding from Him. Sure, we can rob Him as a nation. Sure, we can say, and when I say we, I use that term loosely because it's not me and you doing it, but it's the world doing it, most of the church. Sure, we can say that things that are evil are right and okay in the eyes of Him, but it don't make it right. Because there ain't no escaping Him 24/7, 365. He's there every second, every time you breathe, He's there. You see? But there's a curse going on in verse